Very good morning, friends. So, in the previous lecture, we have seen the nutritive value of horticultural plants. That is, they are the important source of vitamins, minerals, and as well as some proteins. And we were talking about the classification of fruits on the basis of different criteria, in which we were talking about the classification of fruits based on nature of growth and the classification of fruits based on climatic requirement. So let's start with the third criteria, that is based on the continuation of growth. In the classification based on nature of growth, we have seen they are classified into three types, that is herbaceous fruits, herbaceous fruits, and trees. In classification of fruits based on climatic adaptability, they are divided into temperate fruits, tropical fruits, and subtropical fruits. So let's see the third criteria on which the fruits are classified. So classification based on continuation of growth. On the basis of continuation of growth, fruits are classified as evergreen fruits and deciduous fruits. In evergreen fruits, these are fruit tree which do not drop their leaves. Example of these fruits are, that is mango, citrus, and sapota. And second one is deciduous fruits. These fruits are These are fruit trees which lose their leaves in winter. And example of these type are apple, pear, plum, peach, and apricot. So this classification is based on the continuation of growth, that is evergreen fruits and deciduous fruits. Let's see the next classification, which is based on fruit structure on the basis of the number of ovaries and the number of flowers involved in their formation. These fruits are classified as simple fruit, aggregate fruit, and multiple fruit. So let's see. Simple fruit derived from a single ovary. Example peach, plum, mango. In aggregate fruit derived from a flower having many pistils on a common receptacle. Example are of aggregate fruit are blackberry, strawberry, and apart from that, there is a very good example of custard apple of aggregate fruit. Third one is multiple fruit derived from separate but closely clustered flowers, and example of these are pineapple, fig, and mulberry. So this is types of fruits, it is simple fruit, aggregate fruit, and multiple fruit. So next criteria, let's see the next criteria, that is classification based on salinity tolerance. Salt tolerance of crops is the maximum salt level a crop tolerate without losing its productivity while it is affected negatively at higher levels. Okay, so in this criteria, the plants can tolerate a certain amount of salinity or salt, but more than that, it can be affected negatively. The salt level is often taken as the soil salinity or the salinity of the irrigation water. On the basis of salinity tolerance, fruits are classified as tolerant, then second one is moderate, and third one is sensitive. So intolerant, these fruit crops grows in saline condition or tolerates saline condition. An example of these are date, pomegranate, guava, custard apple, and grape. In moderate fruit, it requires average saline condition. Example of these are fig, mango, grape, and orange. And in third one, that is sensitive fruits, that is found in cold. And example of these are almond, peach, apricot, and avocado. In this sensitive type, these fruits are very sensitive to salt conditions. Let's see the next criteria, that is classification based on ripening behavior. On the basis of ripening behavior, fruits are classified into two types, that is climacteric fruit and non-climacteric fruit. So in climacteric fruits are defined as fruits that enter climacteric phase after harvest, that is they continue to ripen. During the ripening process, the fruits emit ethylene. Ethylene is a gaseous hormone which helps in the ripening of fruit. Okay, so remember this point, ethylene is only gaseous hormone which is helpful in the ripening of fruit. So during the ripening process, the fruits emit ethylene along with increased rate of respiration, and example of these climacteric fruits are mango, guava, papaya and sapota. Second one is non-climacteric fruit. Non-climacteric fruit is fruit that does not ripen after harvest. Example of these are citrus, grape and pineapple. So this is about classification which is based on ripening behavior. Let's see the classification based on photoperiodic requirement. On the basis of photoperiodic requirement, fruits are classified as follows. That is short day plant, long day plant, and third one is day neutral plant. So let's see, that is a short day plant, a plant that requires a long period of darkness is termed as short day or long night plant. Short day plants form flowers only when day length is less than about 12 hours. Okay, so short day plants are actually a long night plants which requires a long period of darkness, and example of this type are strawberry and pineapple. Second one is long day plant, a plant in which flowering is favored by long days, that is days when there are more than 14 hours of daylight, and it is also called as short night plants, and example is banana. Third one is day neutral plant. A day neutral plant is a plant that flowers regardless of the amount of light of daylight it receives. Okay, so some plants didn't affect by the period of light or the period of darkness. So whatever the condition, the plants will have fruits. Then let's see the classification of vegetable on the basis of different criteria, that is based on botanical relationship, based on hardness or temperature tolerance. Third one is based on tolerance to soil acidity, based on tolerance to salt, based on parts used as food, and the based on growing season. So let's see one by one. That is first one is botanical classification. Different methods of classification followed in vegetables are described below. First one is botanical classification. In botanical classification, it is based on taxonomical relationship among different vegetables. Plant kingdom is divided into four, that is Thelyophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta and Spermatophyta. All vegetables belong to division Angiospermae of Spermatophyta. It is further divided into two classes, that is Monocotyledone and Dicotyledone. So let's see the classification based on hardiness, also known as thermoclassification. Vegetables are grouped according to their ability to withstand frost. This classification helps us to know the season of cultivation of a particular vegetable crop, that is the right time of sowing and their temperature requirement, but the cultural requirement of vegetables grouped as winter season vegetables are not the same. So is the case with the summer season crops. On the basis of this, vegetables are classified into three groups, that is hardy vegetables, semi hardy vegetables and tender vegetables. So in hardy vegetables, these are can withstand frost without any injury, and example of these hardy vegetables are broccoli, cabbage, pea, Brussels sprout, garlic, onion, leek, radish, spinach, turnip, and parsley. In semi-arid vegetables, these are generally they are not injured by light frost. Example of this type are carrot, cauliflower, potato, celery, lettuce, beet, palak, etc. Third one is tender vegetables. These are cannot withstand frost and are even killed by light frost. And example of these tender vegetables are tomato, chili, brinjal, cucumber, okra, and all cucurbits. Then French bean, sweet potato, cassava, yam drumstick, and elephant foot yam. So this is about the classification of vegetables based on the hardiness. Then let's see the classification which is based on tolerance to soil reaction. Vegetables are classified in three groups according to their tolerance to soil acidity, that is slightly tolerant, moderately tolerant, and very or highly tolerant. In slightly tolerant, the pH should be 6.8 to 6.0. And the example of these slightly tolerant vegetables are broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, okra, spinach, leek, Chinese cabbage, lettuce, beet, asparagus, muskmelon, and onion. So these are some vegetables which grow in a slightly acidic pH, that is 6.8 to 6.0 pH. Then moderately tolerant pH, that is 6.8 to 5.5 pH. And in this pH, the vegetables like beans, carrot, cucumber, brinjal, garlic, garden pea, tomato, radish, turnip, Brussels sprouts, then knoll, parsley, pumpkin, etc. can be grown. In very highly tolerant pH, that is 6.8 to 5.0 pH, the vegetables like potato, sweet potato, watermelon, chicory, and rhubarb can be grown. So this is a classification of vegetable which is based on soil reaction. Let's see the next criteria which is based on salt tolerance, that is sensitive, moderately resistant, and resistant or tolerant. So some vegetables that is are sensitive to salt. These are pea, beans, potato, radish, brinjal, sweet potato, etc. Some vegetables are moderately resistant, and which are these? That is onion, carrot, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, tomato, melons, and chili. And some resistant or tolerant vegetables are asparagus, beet, lettuce, bitter gourd, ash gourd, etc. So this is classification which is based on salt tolerance. So let's see the classification which is based on growing season. On the basis of this, these are classified as summer, rainy, or winter vegetables. In summer or spring summer vegetables, the average temperature, that is 20 to 27 degrees Celsius, and which tolerate minimum temperature, that is 15 degrees Celsius. Example of this summer or spring summer vegetables are tomato, brinjal, cucumber, okra, French bean, cowpea, most of the cucurbits, amaranthus, and cluster bean. Then second one is rainy or kharif season vegetables. And example of this type are okra, cucumber, brinjal, chili, tomato, gourds, ginger, turmeric, cowpea, hyacinth, bean, amaranthus, and cluster bean. The third one, that is winter or autumn winter season vegetables. The optimum monthly average temperature is 12 to 17 degrees Celsius and tolerate minimum temperature of 5 degrees Celsius. There are some exceptions which tolerate temperature 1 degree Celsius, that is asparagus and rhubarb. The example of this type are cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, radish, carrot, turnip, spinach, onion, garlic, pea, fenugreek and potato. So cool season vegetables are those vegetables of which the vegetative parts, that is roots, stems, leaves and buds or immature flowers are eaten. Exceptions are sweet potato and New Zealand spinach. The vegetables of which the immature fruits are eaten are warm season crops. Pea and broad bean are exceptions, being cool season crops. So this is classification which is based on the growing season. So this is about the classification of vegetables. Then let's see the classification of ornamental plants on the basis of different criteria, that is based on growth habit, based on life cycle, based on leaf characteristic, and fourth one, that is based on the uses. So let's see the first criteria, that is classification, which is based on growth habit. Okay, now we already seen the classification of fruits on these basis, that is growth habit, that is herb, vine, semi shrub, shrub and tree. Okay, so in the classification of fruit we have seen the classification of fruit based on the growth habit, that is herbaceous, herbaceous and trees. In the classification of ornamental plants, these are classified on the basis of growth habit, that is herb, vine, semi shrub, shrub and tree. In herb, examples are tuberose, marigold and chrysanthemum. And herbs are nothing but the soft stem plants which grows out 1 to 2 feet height. And examples of these ornamental plants are tuberose, marigold and chrysanthemum. Second one is vine, and example of this type are, that is bougainvillea and money plant, which takes the support of another plant or anything else for the growing. Then third one is semi shrub, and example of these are bamboo and royal palm. Fourth one is shrub, that is rose and night jasmine etc. are the examples of shrubby ornamental plants. Last one is tree ornamental plants, and example of these are, that is acacia, michelia and ashoka and many more. So this is the classification which is based on growth habit of ornamental plants. So second one is the classification which is based on life cycle. On the basis of this, these are classified as annual, biennial and perennial. Annual, the plants which completes their life cycle within 1 year is called as annual, and biennial, that is the plants which completes their life cycle within 2 years is called as biennial plants, and perennial, which completes or which takes more than 2 years for their completion of their growth is called as perennial plants. So the example of annual plants are chrysanthemum, cosmos, dianthus. These ornamental plants takes or completes their growth within 1 year. The examples of biennial ornamental plants are tuberose, daylily, which completes their life cycle within 2 years. Then perennial ornamental plants, and examples are jasmine, gardenia, which completes their life cycle with more than 2 years. So this is the classification which is based on life cycle. Then the classification which is based on the leaf characteristics, that is evergreen ornamental plants and deciduous ornamental plants. We already discussed that what is the evergreen and what is the deciduous. The plant which bear leaves throughout the year is known as evergreen plant, and the deciduous ornamental plants are the plant which shed their leaves in a particular season of a year are called as deciduous plants. Okay, so what is the example of evergreen ornamental plants? That is thuja and araucaria. And the example of deciduous ornamental plants are Dilonyx regia. That is what we call in Marathi. That is gulmohar. Okay, so this is the classification which is based on the leaf characteristics of ornamental plants. Then let's see the next criteria, that is classification which is based on the uses. Okay, so based on the uses, ornamental plants are classified as flowering trees, ornamental trees, then flowering and ornamental shrub, creepers and climbers, and conifers. Examples of flowering trees are Baunia and Kadamba. Then ornamental trees are eucalyptus and shirish. Flowering and ornamental shrubs are rose, califa. Creepers and climbers are bougainvillea and money plant. And conifers are needle-like leaf. And example, that is thuja and araucaria. So this is the classification which is based on uses. The next group, that is flowers, which is classified on the basis of different criteria. Okay, so I think we should stop here. This is enough. So stay safe, stay home, and happy learning. Thank you.